Hello, welcome to Coffee Shop Convos. My name is Carl, and today I'm speaking to Stefan from the Unity Hub.
Hello.
And with me today, I have Hannah, who's
Hello.
co-hosting with me.
I'm co-hosting. I am not the actual guest. Okay.
There's only room for one guest.
Only one star.
Before we start today, how are you, Stefan?
I'm
You
fine,
alright?
thank you. How are you guys?
I'm good.
Good.
How's the setup?
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah?
We're obviously filming in the Unity Hub, but the Unity Hub
Recording, we're not filming.
Yeah, we're not filming. They have graciously allowed us to, and really helpfully let us record in there.
You'll see if you ever come in here. Here's our corner, and there's
Our corner.
a corner.
This is what we call it, the corner where we record and just mess a few times on the thing. But yeah, we're just here to ask you quick questions.
Questions
Yeah.
about the big.
Is there anything you want to say? Anything you want to talk
Forget I
about
said
before we
big
start?
man.
No, I'm just here to
Yeah.
answer this
Right.
intimidating.
Oh yeah,
Situation.
we're totally intimidating.
Yeah, totally. We're
You guys are a
just
bit
staring at
Totally,
them.
totally. We volunteer work. The volunteers, so scary. Ah, we're so scary here. Okay, so who are you?
I'm Stef.
Yes. Well, yeah, we've already
already
actually
established that.
established that to me. Okay, who are you in respect to this space?
This space. So I'm the head of partnerships and community engagement. I gave myself that title because there's no real title for what I do. I speak to people all day, most days, getting them on side with what we're trying to do, build relationships with different organizations, and essentially that's what got us this space. It was from building those sort of relationships, conversating with people, getting them on board for a good cause as well. So there's a reason behind why I do what I do. It's not just because I like talking.
Yeah. So that's what the aim of Unity Hub is to connect people to services and businesses.
Yeah, so it's essentially, it's collaboration, not competition. So there's pretty much there's support for everything that you can find in this town. If you need something, there is a support service there for it. The problem is not a lot of people know what that support service is, where to find them, how to get them to support them. They don't know those things. And I spent 2 years researching the support services in the town, and I struggled to find them. So if I'm just dedicating all my time to the average person with the day-to-day job or taking care of kids or taking care of themselves, they don't have the time or the capacity to find these support services. So we're just one of the aims. So there's many aims here, but one of the aims is to make that support more easily accessed.
Do you remember when you first walked in here and you said you wanted to rejig? Because I remember when the council building here was so different from when you changed it all. It was like just cubes.
Yeah.
It was like being interrogated almost, because it was like a white room and boxes.
So there's a psychological element to your environment and how you behave in that certain environment and things like that. So when we first walked in here, it was uninviting, but we're aware that the council and local authority were looking to get more investors involved, and they want to have a more streamlined service for their residents. And the overall state of the reception area wasn't conducive to that happening. So it was one of our points in the proposal to actually refurbish that and get that more inviting and get more functional, get more access for people. So it's part of the proposal as well to get that done.
Yeah. So what specific support can you give to local businesses in Rugby? What
we can give general business support and advice and help with legal and compliance, data protection, things like that. But most of the support we're looking to offer is not generally directly through us. It's through all these support services that are there. They exist. They're funded to help people. So they should be used to help people. What we're going to do is consolidate those services into this one spot. So everybody will know that when I need some help, whether it's support as a resident or support as a business, I go to Unity Hub. And not only can I get that support there, I can also be signposted to where I can get that support. So I don't have to spend hours and hours and days looking for the support. I can go there, say I have a specific problem, and it can be resolved through Unity Hub.
Where Hannah's just looking for questions.
Yeah,
We're asking
so I'm
Stef.
just
Sorry for the
trying to
long
figure it out.
pause.
That's long pauses.
But we can cut out pauses.
We can cut up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, there's a how can you help people looking for employment?
Well,
Do you have any like specific like?
you guys can talk on that.
Oh yes. So, I mean, how we got here. Should
Yeah.
we talk about how we got here?
Yeah, like when I first like heard about Unity Hub, it was like February time, like January. I just had a really depressing December. Come January, I turned 21, and I was like, okay, here comes another year of not being able to get a job. Because 2 years prior to this, I just left school, and my dad had kicked me out. I had nowhere to go. I was with my nan's, and I was struggling to get a job. And I was on UC, and I tried all the things.
Universal credit for context.
I was on UC credit, but I tried to just and I not got there. Then Lucas, who's my work coach, recommended
You
Unity
love
Hub.
Lucas. We'll get him
Lucas
on.
is
We'll
amazing.
get him on here one day.
Definitely.
When we got time,
He'll
we'll
be
get
so
Lucas on it.
nervous,
He's one of the best work coaches. I had Shruti before, but Lucas has got to be one of the best encouraging people I've ever met. He encouraged me he's recommended I do this course called Movement to Work, which is like helps people get into work. And I'd never really heard of the Unity Hub before coming here, and I was like, what's that? And he said there's going to be a very group of people, and I was a bit hesitant at first, but I said, yeah, go on.
Should we explain what Movement to Work
Yes.
is? Yes. So Movement to Work is basically a course we went on for 2 weeks where we basically had people, kind of like what the Unity Hub will do for you, is that people came in because we are both forms of neurodivergent. So we had people like Carver and others like
we had like loads of
Other support services
come in.
I was trying to think of
Yeah.
specific ones, but I couldn't. They didn't come to my head. It's dyslexia.
It's all right. You're
Yeah.
fine.
So we had people come in and talk to us about their services, which was all like the space was supplied by the Unity Hub.
We also went to go see Lissy as well. We
Yeah.
went for a workshop tour around Lissy, which was very informative if you want to get jobs. And it was a very good experience.
And then by the end of it, we were offered
Yeah.
work experience here to do, to build up our skills for employability.
Yeah.
So we're doing this podcast because...
Which is awesome.
It's quite cool. We're doing this podcast to build up our skills. So we organize what questions to ask and all of this stuff. So that's what you can...
we're going to have our second guest soon. After we introduce Stef, which is very exciting news.
Yeah, but what you have to look at as well is as you say, that all these things happen, but I think the important part that we implemented in that, whereas we weren't providing the movement to work, even though we were a part of it.
That was by a job centre.
It was by a job centre, but we were a part of it, and we came in and we did talks with you guys. But the main focus for us was to not create any separation between Unity Hub and the job centre that was helping you.
You came in and talked to us as well.
What one of my main goals to create is the community of support for individuals like yourselves that work together. There was one example where you guys were in there doing the movement to work, and we had NHS Thrive to Work around the corner. So they went and got Andy from NHS Thrive into work.
Thrive into work. It's fine. We make mistakes.
Thrive into work to come to you guys and have a talk with you as well. So that was me realizing my actual goal here is the support workers working together, not duplicating things and not doing one service over here and it's duplicated over here, combining them together so you get the best support and the best people working with you across the board. So that's one of the main focuses for us, even for you guys, to not have a separation between us and the DWP or job centre. It was strategic for us that you came here and felt that everybody was here to support you, not just you're in a space where you're being supported, if that makes sense.
Because like the big stigma around the job centre looking for jobs is you go to job centre, you feel guilty for having all this money to look for jobs. And by coming here, it's a safe space. You can be free, but then you have to be reasonable because it's still work environment. But you can still be free to show your personality off.
It's like training to work kind of thing.
Yeah, essentially. It's like we call it traineeship that used to exist. I don't think that there's funding for that anymore. But it's one of those things, you need that transition, right? So we do so much here So it's great benefit to you because we do digital, we do media stuff, we do administration stuff, we do data protection, we do legal and compliance, we do business development, we do so many things across the board, and also working with those associates, we do even more. That you guys will have a taste of so many elements of work. So it's just preparing you for all those elements. You're not going to walk into a work environment like this.
I think
that's the main part.
That's the problem nowadays. We don't have this, like, you leave school, then it's like straight into work. There needs to be this in between.
Yeah.
Where
Some sort of transition.
Yeah, to get into work. Yeah. Because when I left school, I had nothing. I was just shoved straight into work.
Not everybody needs it.
Yeah.
But let's make it available for the ones that do. Right,
especially for the people who struggle in who had just left school.
It's not even just your age group. There's people all across the board that may struggle in some way, shape, or form. So we do courses for all those people, and it's any age group. This is, again, we're helping everybody here. Yeah. It's not a youth club. It's not for the youth. It's not for the neurodiverse. It's for everybody. So if we help everybody, everybody gets helped.
Are you planning to run the Movement to Work course again?
I don't run the Movement to Work course, so that's the job centre.
That's the job centre, which segues on to my question. So obviously you've talked about how you're in a partnership with the movement, job centre, departments, works, pensions and all that. What other sort of partnerships do you have?
So far,
and how can they help the community?
Okay. So far we're in association with CW Growth Hub, DWP obviously, Thrive Into Work on all sides, so Shore Trust essentially, Warwickshire Skills Hub, lots of departments in Warwickshire Skills Hub, Rugby Borough Council, CW Carver, Brandcab, that's the CAB, Citizens Advice Bureau for those that don't know.
Why is it called a bureau?
Why not?
Sounds like the FBI. Sounds like the FBI.
It is.
The bureau.
He just heard Men in Black when I said CAB. But there's loads, and what we're doing is we're consistently. My job is to reach out for more and get more and more on board. There's a lot more than that, but those are the ones that I can name off the top of my head.
Off the top, yeah.
But there's so many organisations, and the goal is to have them all. Whatever organisation you can think
Collect
of.
them like cards.
Yeah,
all under their umbrella.
Yeah, like Pokemon.
Like Pokemon.
I want to catch them all. But it's essentially to have them all on board and all working towards the common good. Because what I saw in that 2 years of developing the proposal for this to happen was so much duplication. And this entity not knowing what this entity is doing, and we're going, why aren't you talking? You're providing the same service, you should be communicating, because they could come across somebody like yourself and they could then know somebody who can help you better.
Stronger together.
Exactly. So we're trying to do that, and it's a hard message to put on paper. That's why it's easier to do this.
So
have a conversation. We can speak it into, but it's essentially, it's hard to say we're helping everybody and it just be understood. It's easier to talk about our partnerships, talk about the concept of what we're trying to build, and then go from there and have people come in and see us, because the doors are open. We're here 5 days a week. Come and have a chat with us. Find out how we can help you, because there's some connection. The network is so big. There's some connection that we have that can help you. And if we don't have it, we'll source it.
Yes.
Do you plan to build on that? It's like, if you say, for example, at the end of that year, if you got a bigger place, do you plan to expand?
Expand.
The dream is to have entire departments like this. So a space like this just for the DWP, a space like this just for W Carver, space like this just for the CW Growth Hub. So you can actually just help more people. Yeah. And they all have their own departments. And so there's a whole plan for the end of the 12 months, but we have to get there first, and we have to prove how it works. And as I said, we're in a blessed position, because this is a figuring it out stage. This is where we go, okay, so that works, that doesn't work. We can make mistakes here, because the ultimate goal is to get it right. And I think that's what's been holding back a lot of these projects in the past, is because they go, this is how we're going to do it. And it doesn't help everybody, and they're going, well, you haven't helped me, but this is the format, this is what we're doing. Where we're going, no, we're going to be fluid, we're going to be able to change direction if we need to change direction. We're going to be able to stick with things if we need to stick with them. So we're in the blessed position where we can try things, we can get it right, we can fail, but ultimately after the 12 months we've got it. That's it.
Which would be really good, because I wouldn't want to see this go, because I like coming here and it's fun.
Me too.
It's fun coming here. It's a really nice place. And also the important fact is it gets me off home as well.
Yeah,
Gets my mind off all the worries of looking for a job. I can volunteer and it will still look good on my CV.
Thank you for talking with us. This is very beneficial.
It's been a pleasure.
It's good.
You know
good.
I like to talk, Hannah.
Yes, I know.
This is my lifeblood.
Yeah. You said it's literally your job.
It's literally my job.
Literally your job. So maybe one day we'll have an update or something. Like do a follow-up. How's the progress going?
Yes.
Maybe.
6 months in.
6 months in.
Yes.
We'll do a
It's going
progress.
terribly. No, joking. I'm joking. But
yeah, thanks for having me, guys. And I'll be listening to the next one.
yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for listening.